welcome back to our channel for another video. And in today's video I'm going to be making some pinto beans. I decided to make pinto beans because I usually always make like chickpea patties and stuff like that, but today I decided to switch it up to make something different, try something different. Sometimes you just want new food, so sometimes I play around with stuff to get new ideas to come up with new meals and stuff that I like. And another thing is we're really trying to get away from a lot of these processed meats, so that's another thing, because yeah, I don't want to just be eating those all the time. So for this recipe we're going to be making some pinto bean patties, and what you need for the recipe is some organic pinto beans. I have 2 cans. You can use less, you can use more depending on how much you're trying to make. And on top of that I have 2 cubes of vegan chicken bouillon cubes. I have some garlic powder, some basil, which I tell you guys all the time that I love. I have some turmeric. I tell you guys that I always use turmeric in majority of all my recipes because of the benefits of it. So if you don't know about turmeric, make sure you Google it, look it up. I'm going to be using some smoked paprika just to give the patties an extra little kick. Some onion salt, some butter, and you also need some flour as well. And I'm going to show you what you need the flour for. And you're going to need the flour just for a binder. You can use a potato as well if you don't want to use flour. That's just going to help the patty hold together and not break up into pieces. So yeah, but we've been having potatoes often, so I'm not going to be using a potato today. You're going to also need some diced up onions, which I already have mine diced up. So yeah, let's get into this video. Okay y'all, so what you want to do next is, you know that your beans comes inside of liquid, so you want to drain most of this liquid out of it and just leave a tiny bit in there, because you don't want to have it super dry. For when you add the flour to the mixture, you want to have some type of liquid to it, so that it's not like too dried out. So you can just leave like a tiny bit of the water inside of the mixture and then pour it into your diced onions. Okay y'all, so these are all the beans in the pot, and see how I have just that little amount of liquid in there? That's how you want to have it, so then it'll be easier once you start to mix it and mash it. You will have like a little liquid in there. Now what you want to do is add all of your seasonings to your beans. So I have some onion powder. Like I always tell you guys, I don't use measurements, I just kind of go off of I just trying to go with the flow of it. And then I just make sure I don't do nothing. I don't add my salt until last, because sometimes when you add other seasonings, sometimes you don't always need salt. So any other seasonings that you're adding, you can never go wrong. The only thing that can mess up your dish is mainly like if you're using too much salt, or a seasoning that has like a strong flavor or like a bitter flavor at the end, then that's when you have to watch it. But as far as when using other seasonings, you can never go wrong, like if you think you're adding too much. Now I have some turmeric. Have the smoked paprika. Not going to use a lot of this, just a little bit. I gotta add some more to that. I have to get our other paprika out because that one didn't have that much in there. Now I'm gonna add some basil, then some onion salt, and we're gonna add our bouillon cubes. We're gonna add our bouillon cubes to the mixture. We're gonna add that mixture to there, and now what you want to do is add your butter. So you want to add about this amount of butter, and the reason I'm adding this butter is because we're about to turn this fire on. You want to turn your fire on low, just to get a little bit of heat to the pan, so we can melt down those bouillon cubes, so that flavor can get all throughout the beans. Because you don't need that whole, because if you leave them whole, that flavor will just be like big chunks inside of your beans, in one area and not all throughout it. So that's what you don't want. So you want to just mix this around and try to put the bouillon cubes to the bottom so the heat can hit them so they can melt down faster. Okay y'all, so once the everything is all mixed up and your bouillon cubes are all mashed down into the mixture, to the bean mixture, you could go ahead and add your salt. I already added my salt. You can add your salt as much as you like to your liking. And then what you want to do is take a masher or whatever you have that will mash these beans up and just mash them down until it becomes complete mash. Take a fork, a spoon, or anything you have and press the beans until it becomes mash. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and then show you guys the next step. Okay y'all, so once you have all your beans all mashed up, it should look like this. I know it's not looking too appetizing right now, but it will get better by the end of this video. So all the beans are mashed up and mine's a little orange because I used like a good bit of turmeric. So then you could go ahead and add your flour, because as you can see, it's like, I'm not sure if y'all can tell, but the mixture is like a little like loose. So you definitely cannot fry this like this because your patties will fall right apart without a binder. So go ahead and add your flour. Add as much as you need depending on how much you're making. So we're going to just add just enough to bind the patty, not like a whole lot of flour. And then you just mix that up in your batter. And this is just going to help your patties to not fall apart when they frying. Okay y'all, so let me just finish mixing this because I cannot mix this and record at the same time. Okay, so I've added the flour and the mixture has become a lot more bind together and not as loose as it was. And I just decided that because of how the batter is and it's still like a little moist, I decided to bread these with some breadcrumbs to give them an extra crisp on the outside, because of it's a wet batter, so I don't have to like dip it in any liquid or anything like that. I can just put it straight in breadcrumbs, bread it, and then fry it. So that's what I'm going to do. And I almost forgot to tell you guys, when you're adding your flour, make sure that you keep tasting your batter throughout adding flour, because the flour will start to take flavor from your mixture. So just be mindful of that. Taste your batter while you're adding flour, and if you need more seasoning, add more seasoning. If you don't, then you know, keep it the way it is. Okay y'all, so now what you want to do is you want to take your patty, your bean mixture, and just kind of form it into patties in your hand. Make sure that your hands are clean. You don't want to be having no, y'all see this, you don't want to be having no hair or nothing in nobody's food. Just make sure like in a patty form like this. Y'all see this? Like this. And then just add it to the breadcrumb mixture and bread it. Once you add it to the breadcrumb mixture, that'll help it to like stay together a little bit more. I'm just gonna add this pot on the stove so that oil can be hot. And then once you add the patty mixture, once you add your breadcrumbs, it should look like this. Not sure if y'all can see that. I don't waste nothing on the floor. It should look like just like a patty, and then you just want to place it into your oil and let it fry. You just want to continue doing that until you use all of your bean mixture. And you can make them small because once they get in the pan, they tend to like, they're going to spread out a little bit more. So yeah, so I'm making these kind of small because once I lay them there in that oil, I just noticed that that patty just spread it out like so. And make sure you cover your entire patty, so it should be looking completely covered like this. I hope y'all can see that because from the angle I'm looking, I can't tell y'all can see that. Just press it in your hot oil. So yeah, continue that method until you're all done. And once I'm done frying, see how that how the patty is actually how they tend to spread out a little bit more. That's what I was trying to explain to you guys. I made the patty smaller and it spread it out more. So after you're done, after I finish doing this, I'll show you guys the finished product. Okay, you guys, this is how they are looking so far while they're frying. They kind of look like chickpea patties to me, honestly. But if you notice that your patties are breaking up, that means that you need to add more flour to your bean batter, because they shouldn't be breaking up. And make sure that you're using a spatula to pick these up as well, so that they won't break apart as well. But yeah, they shouldn't break apart once you're frying them. That's how they look. And they, as you can see, they got bigger than the patty size that I was actually making. Alright y'all, so the patties are all done and I just plated it up with some garlic and herb rice and some salad. But these are how the patties look. To me, they look like chickpea patties, like I said before. But it just goes to show you that, you know, you can make your meat alternatives basically out of anything. Like, you don't have to just buy the store-bought ones all the time. And these ones are just these are good too, and a little bit healthier. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would be completely healthier if I didn't have to add flour and stuff like that, but it's much better than the processed meat. So now I'm just gonna put some barbecue sauce and stuff on here because I know the kids, everybody just probably gonna want some type of sauce or something on it. So I'm gonna put some barbecue sauce to it, and there you have it, the pinto bean patties, vegan delicious meat alternative. So this is the finished product after I added some barbecue sauce on top. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure y'all smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you guys turn on your post notification bell so that you are notified every single time that we upload, because y'all know how YouTube get. They want to get funny and not send out no notifications. So make sure your bells are on. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And thank you guys for supporting us. We love you guys, and we are out.